To be good at a IELTS academic reading test and perhaps gain 100% assurance that you achieve the score you want, take your time to review every practice session you do in a day. How do you do it? Let me demonstrate. The first action to take after your practice session is to analyze your mistakes. Sit back, go through the passages a second time and discover why you had some answers wrong and some right. For example, this is a true false not given question type. It starts with question 1 to 8. After your practice session, let's say you had 3 answers wrong and the remaining 5 correct. The question to ask yourself is, what actually happened? Start asking yourself a lot of questions. It's the same question type, true, false, not given, and it carries the same techniques. So why did you get some wrong? What did you do to find the 5 answers correct? And what did you not do that resulted in getting the 3 answers wrong? Pick each one of these statements and go to the part of the passage you relied on to choose your answer. And trust me, you will find answers to all the questions you asked yourself. For all you know, you never had the patience to read carefully that part of the passage to understand it. Hence, you chose the wrong answer. For all you know, the sentence structure in that part of the passage appeared too complex for you to understand, resulting in choosing the wrong answer. For all you know, there's this vocabulary you've never met before and don't know the meaning, making the paragraph so complicated. What do you do then when you find out what caused the wrong answer? You have to work on it. How do you do it? Sometimes you don't get the answers right because the statements leading to them have been turned around. This is called paraphrasing. For example, if you look at the first statement in this true, false, not given question type, Henderson rarely visited the area around Press Estate when he was younger. Should you go to the passage to look for the exact thing, it's very possible you won't see it because the words might have been changed in the passage. So you should train your mind to understand that most of the statements in the passages will be changed in words as opposed to those in the questions. To have an articulate mindset about the paraphrasing technique in the reading test, possibly you need to create a paraphrasing table during your review session. How do you create one? You should create a table in Microsoft Word with 2 columns. Name the first column paraphrasing in the passage and the second column paraphrasing in the question. First, copy the statement in the question under this column and the paraphrase version as in the passage under this column. Keep on feeding your paraphrase table every time you review your practice sessions. This continuous act prepares your mind to never forget the fact that you always need to focus on the context of what you are reading to choose the right answers. Expand your vocabulary. Now watch this. The difficulty level of the passages depends on one of these factors, and that is the level of the vocabulary used. If the vocabulary is strong, it will affect your understanding of the passage, especially if you have not come across it before. So to understand the context of a paragraph and then choose the right answers, you need to expand your vocabulary. Create a vocabulary bank. Let me show you how to do it. For example, you are finished with your first reading practice session for the day. After analyzing your mistakes, you need to scan the passages one more time. In doing that, you are looking for the vocabularies you came across but didn't know their meanings. Let's see, after scanning this passage, I came across these vocabularies: rhetoric, dissatisfied, obsession, efficiency, misguided, fostered, diminishing, bandwagon, venerate. Now, you need to create a vocabulary bank. Open Microsoft Word or any other favorable typing software and then create a table like this. Label the first column vocabulary and the second column meanings. Secondly, type all the vocabularies you met in the passages 1, 2, and 3 under the vocabulary column. Pick up your dictionary and look up the meanings of all these words before you do your next practice. Other ways you can expand your vocabulary is to read newspapers, journals, and articles and then take notice of the new words you come across. Add them to your vocabulary bank and then revisit these vocabularies every day before you start your practice. Understand that the more you expand your vocabulary, the more you become familiar with the words you meet in the passages, and the easier the passages become. Hence, finding answers to the question types will be easier.